Hey guys, Alex here, otherwise known as Clash with Style. Welcome into this tutorial video where GastonG is going to be running you guys through how you can build against witches and zaps at Town Hall 9. Two of the most popular things people tend to use at Town Hall 9. GastonG is going to show you guys how you can defend them. So without any further ado, let's jump into the video.
So in this build, I will build for Town Hall 9 clan castles. The format will also allow every troop to be used. That includes zaps and witches. So we will have to keep in mind zap value and witch attacks, as well as the Town Hall 9 clan castle allowance makes a lot of spam strategies even more powerful because due to the sheer power. This base, I will start off with an air defense setup. So I will use a T-shape. So I'll just use the cannons to once again map out the compartments. So here we have the T-shape. So once again, this is quite hard to queen charge from a lot of angles, because from almost every angle you will have multiple air defenses firing, except perhaps this angle, and that can make it hard to queen charge, as well as all the air defenses are close by and cover each other for once again for that Lalo. So I will continue and I will expand and make some expo compartments, and I will make sure that the expos they cover the middle to prevent that prevent the ground spam or strategies like the golem strategies and go wee and all of those. And so I'll use an expo setup like this, which makes the expo unreachable from outside of both these compartments. And then I'll expand here, and here I will just make sure this expo isn't reachable from the outside, because that's a big no-no. And then with the remaining walls, I will, instead of using a compartment like this, I will go for a compartment like this. I will use a moat, and a moat is basically an open wall compartment, or a open wall compartment. And the strength of this is that the troops, it will be harder to funnel for the troops, because they can easily be pulled away into the moat, and it's very hard to wall break into and get the expo early. So I'll use something like this, and then the last wall I will use here to maybe fit a giant bomb later on. Then I will start with this time. I will start with, once again, with now I will add the heroes and the clan castle and bomb tower, which are all key values for any hog player. But this time I will place them all close by. So once again, the bomb tower is covering the clan castle and covering where the queen will stand when she shoots down the lava. So this makes it very lucrative to attack from this side to get both heroes and the bomb tower, which makes it easier to hog the back end. So I will do a little bit of bait there. I will bait the attacker into using hogs on this base, and then I will then I will make it hard with traps and defense placement on the back end, which will be over here. So I will continue to place my wizard towers to make it so that if the opponents try to get an easy bow, he will encounter the king and the clan castle early on. which could cause problems if he's just trying to sue it. And then I will also have a wizard tower there to further bait the opponent. Then I'll add the sweepers. So now when you have introduced zaps, a good value for zaps is, when you use zaps, you usually use a lot of spells, so that leaves strategies that doesn't rely on spells, like Lavaloon or most commonly drags. So you want to keep your air targeting defenses away from your air defenses. So here we have an example of a sweeper that's possible to zap with an air defense. The zap range is the same as the queen range, so these two air defenses can't be zapped together. It's one tile less than the queen range, so these two air defenses can't be zapped together, but these two can. So you want to keep your mainly your archer towers away, because they tend to do a lot with. They tend to help a lot against drags, but you also want to try to limit the zap value on the queen. On this base, you could zap the archer queen and the air defense, but the queen that could cause problems. So we'll deal with that later on. But here, the sweeper, it can be, this sweeper can be zapped, this sweeper can't. But I don't see this as a problem, because if you zap this air defense and if you want to use drags, then that would they wouldn't have attacked from here either way. So the sweeper wouldn't do a lot then. So it's fine. I will continue to place down my archer towers, and I will place them away from. My air defenses, so you can't get zap value like this. So as you can see, no air defense can be zapped with an archer tower. And here I will later create a kill zone for this geared archer tower. I'll continue with placing the cannons, and once away again, or the cannons can be close to the air defense. So I will in this format you want to separate the archer towers and witcher towers away from their air defenses and cannon even more. So I'll do something like this. Keep some damage in the middle with a cannon, and then I will place down storages, I assume this is a 2-hit war, so the town is not important and doesn't need to be put in the middle. But I will place down storages in the middle of the base. Once again, I'm trying to make them reachable from as many compartments as possible. The dark elixir storage is the storage with most hit points, so it's essential. So I have it here to protect this expo and stall an attack from here, from the queen side. Okay, so then I will place a builder hut here, and now I'll work a bit I'll work with the geared archer tower kill zone. So I'll place 2 mortars here to give the archer tower time to kill the hogs. Then I will place a Tesla over here with a giant bomb. This will force a early heal, and it will still be hard for a lot of looms. Builder hut are usually used on top of mortars to cover them. Then I will place trash. I'll use the same principle I used last time. Keep the army camps in the middle. Keep the higher hit points trash closer to defenses. Make it hard to wall break into compartments. Make the wall breaker travel a longer way. So we still have 2 mortars left, and sometimes you can place the trash before mortars to figure out better spots to place them. And this time I would want to place 1 mortar here, and this will make a defense ring around this air defense and force a lot of loons to go around and not target it. And then the last one I will place here if they use a golem for, say, witch attacks, they will face both heroes and a lot of damage early on, and perhaps even the clan castle if they lure it with bull breakers. And that could cause problems later in the raid. So now we have traps, and I want to, on this base, I don't want to use another Tesla farm. I want to use a soap or something I like to call a Tesla bomb, which is this is basically 2 Teslas with a giant bomb in between, and this can force a lot of early heals with Hog Riders. And then the Rabs, the red air bombs, I will once again place away from the air defenses. And then we'll go over to the spring traps. Since we beta hog attacks, the heroes are over here, so we have a lot of space to place spring traps. Where I'm actually going to place multiple spring traps here, because usually I don't do this, but in this instance there's a big chance some hogs will come from this archer tower, and then they will hit both of these spring traps. And I still have 1 Tesla, and I will use that over here for a giant bomb. Yeah, I will just use it in decor, because the hog attacks probably won't get there. In this phase, I want to use a trick, and that is to get the clan castle to tank for the archer queen, because on this base we will once again run a lava hound to stall all the kill squads coming from here and stall queen chargers coming from over here, perhaps. So I will place my skeletons so they have the same range as my queen and the clan castle. Because the skeleton traps are faster than the queen, so they will run out and tank, while if you're lucky the clan castle will get pulled, and I will actually place it like here to increase the chance the odds of it being pulled. But if you're lucky the clan castle will be pulled, and archer queen it will attack the archer queen. It will attack the lava hound, which allows your archer queen to attack on your opponent's troops and deal a lot of damage, because she has very high DPS. Then we'll place a few small bombs here because this entry is, as we have discussed, it's very easy or a lot of people might enter from here. Then we want the black air bombs over here. This air defense won't get sapped out, so neither will this. This could be sapped out, but it's also in the middle, so we'll place 1 SAM there, but we won't place any SAM near this air defense because it could easily be sapped out with the archer queen. And then we will also do something called witch bombs, because we haven't talked so much about the witches, but when witches are allowed, witches are very strong, the easiest way to kill them, aside from having splash near the outside of the base to kill the witches, like we have over here, because we have all the air defenses quite central, so we have a lot of splash. You can also use the witch bombs, which are a giant bomb with 2 small bombs on the side, and this setup insta kills the witches. So and with this storage, they will all walk in here, and when they fire at it, they will get insta killed. And that will have another one here. And it's important to insta kill them because a lot of witch attacks have healer on them, and we don't want them to be back to full health. And the last skeleton we will use over here with our GAT setup to buy even more time. I'll use it here to drag troops into the Tesla. And I think I'm done with this base. The best bases usually have some form of bait.
Yep.
Because if you know what the attacker is going to use, you can easily counter it.
Yeah, 100%. No, this is a pretty solid base. And again, the links are in the description. If you guys want to grab this base for yourself, feel free to head down there and pick this one up. Make sure you let us know in the comments as well if you do end up running this base.